lovely afternoon, and it has been a lovely week here in North Bay, Ontario, Canada. Look over the lovely city of North Bay, the gateway to the north. Population about 53,000 people, and borders on Lake Nipissing. But we are at the North Bay Memorial Gardens, built in 1955. Seats about 4,000. It'll be close to that for semifinal number 1 as we come inside. Luke Coley here, Rona Howie, as we have the Ford World Women's Curling Championship 2018 semifinal number 1. Sweden against Russia, the Olympic champ, versus the 2016 European champion. Both teams played at the Olympic Winter Games. Now we're here playing for a spot in the gold medal game and vying for the World Championship title. Fun moment for these teams to come out.
Yeah, no better feeling than walking out, hearing all that noise from the crowd.
Russia coming off a win earlier today to get to the semifinal, while Sweden got here because of their record in round-robin play. Those are the two teams here this afternoon playing for a spot in the gold medal game. Here's how round robin played out. Canada and Sweden atop the standings, followed by Korea, Russia, Czech Republic, and the US all in the playoffs. China loses out on head-to-head record. We look down, Switzerland, Scotland, Japan all at 5 and 7, Denmark and Germany at 3 and 9, and Italy 2 and 10 after the 13-team round robin. Here's the playoff format. Canada, Sweden straight to the semis, while the US beat Korea 10-3, Russia beat Czech Republic 7-3. So then we reseed it. Canada plays the lowest seed, the US. Sweden plays Russia. Winners will play tomorrow for gold and a world title. The losers will look to play for bronze tomorrow. That is how we play into this second tournament, per se. Round robin doesn't mean anything now. It's one game. Winner to the final, loser to the bronze. No more pressure than this. Sweden has just gone through this, playing in the Olympic Winter Games, played Great Britain to win that one. These two very familiar foes. They played in the 2016 European Championship. It was Victoria Moiseva winning that one, pardon me, to be the European champion. Asperg losing the last 2 European Championships, but is the Olympic champ. Trying to join Annette Norberg as the only team to win the Olympics, then the Worlds in the same year.
Yep, they look quite relaxed, ready to go. They've had 24 hours off. They didn't play the last round robin game, Sweden, and then they got the bye through to this game. So they've had a longer rest than Russia have.
Well, they were here watching last night, the last round robin session, see how things played out.
Now, some teams prefer to keep playing and keep that momentum going. Others are happy to rest, so it's just really their own preference.
Well, this is the first year of this format now with 2 teams straight to the semis. You said some teams will find it as an advantage, disadvantage. Russia has the momentum coming off a win this morning, but Sweden knew they were in the semi-final.
That's right, so you're better to be there. But normally if you top the round robin undefeated as Canada has done, you would get 2 chances in the Page system, whereas now it's straight knockout as semi-finals.
And we are underway. Julia Guzeva, the lead for Russia. Member of the team that played in the Olympic Winter Games in Pyeongchang, South Korea, and that European Championship team 2016, winning it in Glasgow, Scotland. Well, Sweden starts with the hammer because of their 10-2 round robin record. Sofia Mabergs asked to draw to the wing. A little different. Russia didn't want to put their first stone in. Put it out in front, try and force play to the center.
Which is good, because sometimes we just see at first end the stones go in the rings and then it's just hit for blank. So good to see stones in play already.
So draw to the wing. It was a 7-3 win for Russia over the Czech Republic. Julia Guzeva, actually born in Kazakhstan. Was in Kaliningrad. Looking to trade hits. Set shot stone side of the house.
An error there. Shea Mabergs just ran out. Give Russia now the opportunity to come round this centre guard. First World Championships for this Russian team. Galina Arsenkina here has certainly performed extremely well this week.
She is in the firecracker on this team, really got them going, and when they do get up and can play the hits, quite accurate. Agnes Knochenhauer right at the same level par, 90% for both of these throughout round robin. Has to play the run back for her first stone of the game.
And jams it.
Well, rules of play here in the semifinals, 8 ends minimum, 38 minutes thinking time, 160-second timeout to be taken. So we are now down to the final 4.
Trying to come around the other side of the centre guard.
Well, won't get there. So still just that one stone in the rings. Sweden takes a little more of a defensive approach early in these games. I don't want to necessarily, if they can get a blank in the first end, try and get into the even ends with the hammer is ideal for this Olympic championship squad. Missed it the other way this time. Stuffed it on her first flat, or missed the run back on her second.
Alicia's cleared the guard off.
Julia Porchinova, world junior champion in 2013, world junior bronze medalist 2014. She was skipping both of those years, now here as the third. Started the Olympic Winter Games as the alternate for the squad and ended up playing the last 3 games, and here all week has been the regular third. Look at Sarah McManus. Still a relatively young Swedish team that are your Olympic champions trying to become world champions. Now the crack of this run back, and there McManus makes the run back.
Always great communication between this Swedish foursome. Always communicating about the line, the weight. A really good team dynamic.
Окей. Тогда ждать. Ждать до конца надо. Подсаживать. Если что, Юля! Сзади! Только валить. Мне кажется, можно. Мне кажется, можно вес. Внимательно. Надо. Надо, девочки, давайте. 4. Давай, 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 давай. Для 4 надо. Давай, 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 давай. Еще.
And a very round here. Russia would love to force Sweden to their one at the first end.
Yeah, not as much of a steal threat now, although Russia was the highest stealing number of ends wise throughout round robin, and was very efficient with the hammer.
It's not as easy to raise the red now with the yellow guard behind it. You have to just miss that yellow guard.
Well, look at that. 2 pistols from Sarah McManus. Runs it back.
Great shot. Makes it look easy.
These players at this level have made that run back look such a simple shot.
Yeah, they actually overswept it. If anything, they still had more room to come and would have probably been left guarded slightly. Does allow Russia the chance to just flop in behind now.
Кстати, это хорошо, да? Ну, в смысле ощущения.
I'll just lost that a little bit and rolls out in the open. Well, in Rona, will the ice be a little different? Of course, this morning there's two games out on the ice. Now just one. We're on sheet B here for this game. Does that change ice sometimes?
It may do, and there's a big crowd in. And last night was the first time we've seen the frost starting to build up on the sides. So the players just need to be aware of ice conditions and really keep on top of it, because it could change a couple of times throughout the game. Oh, technical timeout already. We saw quite a few of these in the quarterfinal game this morning.
Number 2A, A2, 2A.
Just the light's not working.
So they'll bring the officials to the hog line.
Ja.
Go through her pre-shot routine again. '28-year-old Skip, world junior champ. Well, hit, make that short roll in behind.
Great shot.
Well, I think this Swedish back end's ready to play here. 2 runbacks, hit and roll.
Yep, they're here. They mean business. Anna herself struggled a bit in the last couple of games, and you just wonder at what point were they going to hit a brick wall and the exhaustion set in, but they've had that 24-hour rest now. They've done, as you said earlier, look, the round robin's finished, so that means that it's a new competition. They've done the job for the week to qualify, so now it's a new game, new competition, straight knockout.
Well, enough is protected that forcing, looking at the come around.
She's thinking she can see enough from the hack.
Need to get past the front here, on it right away. Can they get by? They won't. They'll just touch that guard. And just like that, advantage Sweden, an opportunity at an early score of 2.
Just rubbed it, no more.
Great try of Guzeva and Arsenkina to hold that one for Moiseva.
But she did change her mind once she was in the hack. She didn't stand back up and kind of readdress what shot she was going to play. She went to the hack to play the draw and then just changed in the hack. Always think it's better to stand back and do your pre-shot routine again.
Well, we saw that with Hasselborg in her first. It was a different situation. She had the issue with the handle and the hogline sensor. Step back, went through her whole routine again. Did it now on this one for the last stone. Leads the house in an early score of 2. They beat this Russian team here in session 17, 9-8. They beat them at the Olympic Winter Games, 5-4.
So always close games between them.
Close games, and good start for Sweden. Great shots by the back end. Set up the 2 for Sweden. And that's the score. Russia will get the hammer when we come back for the second.
Du får ta ansvar för det, jag säga.
Jag brukar annars lita på den här bromsen
Fia,
som är. Den kommer bra.
jag hade det där på mig själv nu.
So a
Jag pratar där,
2-0 game. A great start. It was 2 runbacks by Sarah McManus. Hit and roll by Anna Hasselborg. It was good enough. Forced Moiseva into a tough shot. Unable to make it. And a 2-0 lead.
Jag gillar det. Det känns helt okej också.
Yeah, dream start when you've got the hammer.
Bra linje, lite tajt.
Well, in 3 games difference between these two
Okej, gå då. Tala lite mycket. 8-12.
through round robin play. But as we've been saying, it means nothing at this point. It's sudden death. It's a different tournament. You just had to get in.
Eller bara ta helt in.
It is. It's like setting yourself 2 different goals for the week. Your first goal is to qualify out of the round robin, and then the second goal is you're in straight knockout games, so it's must-win games. So Canada and Sweden have got the benefit from their rankings, going straight to semis, not having to play the qualifying game. And they've got last stone advantage. They're ranked ahead of the others, so it's the same as the Olympics, semi-final, straight knockout. And you know the rules before you go, you know what you're playing in.
You had the benefit of finishing and winning, or finishing second in round robin was coming straight to the semifinals. So that's the bonus you get. You know the round robin is a lot of work. Got to get to this point.
And it is a lot of work, you know, with 13 teams this year for the first time, 12 team round or 12 game round robin. It's a long week. So you've got to be really mentally fit, physically fit, to be able to deal with the demands.
14-2 borde vara här. Nej, den är lång.
So just trying to draw around here. Wants to be top tee. Just slips back and no more.
Det är bra spel, Fia.
Russia can try and use the corner and hit and roll in behind.
Du skulle sitta lite mer andra halvan.
Det är bra spel, Fia.
Ja, 11.
Wow. Lyckas, svip! Svip! Wow! 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 Wow!
Well, trying to use the corner guard. Talk about hammer efficiency and scoring multiple points with the hammer. We saw Sweden do that in the first end of play. Great roll there by Guzeva. Russia, top team as far as scoring multiple points with the hammer.
Well, if your lead plays shots like that, it's no wonder. Sweden don't hesitate but to go for the run back.
Well, it's 2 misses by Knockenhauer in the first. We'll miss the run back there, but leaves the shooter too.
Leaves another corner guard for Russia.
Maria Pritz, the coach of this Swedish team. Of course, silver medalist from the Olympic Winter Games in 2014.
Одна-две. Хорошо.
So just ignoring the red in the 4-foot and drawing around this other guard. Is it past? Ooh, just. Good
Get
sweep.
another one in, nicely done. This part of the reason why they've had success is we see Russian coach Sergei Belanov. They play the, some teams may have panicked right away, or not panic, but rush to hit that stone, that shot stone. You like the draw?
Yeah, definitely. The centre's wide open. They've got last stone. They need to try and generate multiple score here. So it's putting the pressure on their opposition. So Sweden trying to hit the open one and roll over.
You could almost make the double in line 2 now where that one went.
Наш ниже будет. Нет, если честно, нравится 1 пока снять. Да, давай. Без потери. Мне нравится, если честно, 2 пока не будет. Чтобы... На 0 не будет, этот выше все равно. 0.
Would you be tempted to maybe even try and hit and roll on this one behind the corner?
Certainly could. Lie second and third guarded.
Одна. С плюсом. Свип. Свип. Свип, да. Воу. Да, да, да. Свип. Да, да, да. Да, 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 да. Пошире. Да, 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 да.
Well, hits enough of it, moves it out to lie 2, so sits in a pretty good spot.
Ja, då ligger 2. Ja. Samma fart som Magnus då.
Russia all set up here to get there too so far.
Sweden really need to get the roll here. But no, just on the nose. So Russia have set up the perfect end of a 2 just by that one hit and roll behind the corner guard. And that's why the leads are so important in how they set up the ends. So Russia don't want to sit up high here on the nose of this and leave a double.
Got to pick one way and roll one way or the other, but need to stick around.
Just rolled out. There's a missed opportunity there.
Well, run back still needs to be made, but it's a run back against 1 now. See this so many times where a team has the 2 set up, makes the miss hit, half shot, team makes the shot right back. Oh, run back miss this time.
Fanns lite kalla. Absolut. Bra Li. Det är bra. Fick jag? Nej, jag skulle ha kollat tid sen.
Satt den inte så jättemycket ut.
Nej, men jag tror det var bra. Jag gillade det.
Det var 7-6.
Ja, jag tänkte typ säga att du skulle få 7-2. Jag gillade det.
So Russia now have the chance to get their 2 again set up. Just want to have maximum separation between their 2 yellows, so it doesn't leave the double for Sweden.
Пока прямо, легче. Пониже. Сзади. Сзади есть. О, вроде идет. Окей. Сзади идет. Не сзади. Надо. Легче.
They're looking to take it to back 12.
Да, давай. Молодец. Молодец. Отлично. Супер.
So those 2 spread out. 1-2 for Russia.
Jag är lite sugen på dubbeln. Men annars, vi släpper ju 2 oavsett. Vi säger att vi chappar.
Ja,
precis. Och hon fryser.
Jag gillar det.
Jag tror det. Se till att bara säkra över.
Ja. Tredjedel.
Gillar du den där isen?
Jag gillar den.
Ja. Jag tror att det finns något sånt där.
Så om vi släpper andra, det är inte säkert att du får en bättre TT på nästa.
So you need to watch so don't jam this one on the back.
Ja. Håller eventuellt på chansen.
Tredjedel.
Ja. Ja.
Sen chappar vi där
I
nere.
have a feeling this one will come with some speed that even if it
Skulle de sätta perfekt
that'd
pris där
be
ute.
pretty unlucky to be honest to hit that one and stick it.
Jag gillar det. Där har vi.
Yes, tredjedel.
Yes. Spelar du inhand?
Ja. You never know.
You know.
Hasselborg, 28-year-old skip. That was Stockholm trying to make the double.
Yes and no.
No, did she get it tight? They jam it and get away with it. Might have been, I think, just got it in a little bit on the release because they were on right away.
Bra. Jag tror inte jag skulle våga sätta dit den. För jag trodde det skulle gå lite rakare. Men...
Rolls that one in to lie shot.
Yeah, so Russia have to make a play on it. But a nose there doesn't leave an easy double for Sweden.
I'm sure they'll probably take another run at the double, but it's not an easy one, like you said.
Den är lite
Just
där
can't
då.
roll towards that one. You'd
Alltså,
rather
det
roll
kommer lite
away
från-
than
Precis.
towards that other yellow.
Yeah.
So Moiseva's first in this second end.
Держать! Надо очень, да! Свип! Отлично идет, держать! Давай, 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 давай! Воу, рольчик! Нет, здесь сильно не надо.
Yeah, that's pretty good there.
It's not an easy double either way. It's real thin to either play your shooter or the slash.
Yeah, they're just looking at hitting and rolling off the back one.
Det är faktiskt samma ställe som jag vickade på.
9!
Ja.
Din var 9-8. Jag tyckte du satte bra.
Ja, jag tyckte också det. Och den
They
gick att
have
hålla
the cushion
länge.
of being two up. So
Spelar du
if
9-0?
they do lose a two here, it's not a disaster.
Det var ju som att du
Obviously
kallade i
they'd
början,
like
men
to
sen var det
force
inte
one,
finish.
but
Nej, håll ner
two's
sopan.
not a disaster.
Gillar du isen, Sara? Det kommer gå rakt här. Ja.
Trying to hold this one. It's over curling. It is.
Well, hit roll out. So in the first, it was a draw to the rings for Sweden to get two. Russia will get that opportunity back with theirs in the second. Hit the rings. And we trade deuces in the first two ends of this game.
Nej, alltså jag älskar mina stenar. Jag menar i förhållande.
The whole qualifying game I did this morning, USA, Korea did not have a two in it the entire game. It did have a 7.
Okej, jag tänkte det var ett rakt ställe.
But all singles other than that 7. A 10-3 game US will play Canada in the semifinal. First, Russia a chance to tie up this semifinal with Sweden.
Не жесткий точно. Будет вес. Чуть-чуть за. Упор есть. Нормально,
Sweepers seem quite happy with it.
Yeah, pretty light dusting on this one. They'll come to their own. Right in. So, two apiece. Both teams able to score multiple points. We are through two ends of this semifinal.
Ja, det var fett hårt.
Good-looking crowd here, North Bay Memorial Gardens. Locally, Rona Howie, as we have semifinal #1 Sweden and Russia for World Women's Curling Championship 2018.
25 хорошо. 26. Шестой, щетка. Щетка, отлично. Щетка, щетка. Не надо дальше.
Well, so far, offenses winning out, able to score multiple points with the hammer each side. First own tight center line, and definitely a strategy by Sweden not to get into it, playing the draw game around the center, trying to bring play away from the center of the house.
Yeah, just want to keep it out in the wings. You know, how brave would Russia be to ignore it and come round the centre? And I think depending on the scoreline would depend what you would do there. But first time we saw Russia just hit it. And then we saw when Sweden rolled out, Russia got the opportunity to come round the centre.
Det är bra. Det är bra.
Bra, Pia.
Bra spel. Kontroll.
You've got last stone, you want that 4th foot as free as it can be.
Нет. Юль, давай до конца. Хорошо. Да,
Hit in the nose.
Тейки начали подваливать, в смысле тейки выпрямляться, дрожки подваливать.
Sofia Mavericks try and play the hit back, keep things on the side.
10-8!
They're working this one really hard. More down weight than the Russian stone there.
Real good sweep to hold that one and get the nose hit.
Bra, Pia.
Bra, snyggt. Alltså jag går så rakt
Well,
där.
Russia will try and make this roll.
Jag bara kände att jag kunde
Of
typ...
course, the last 4 years, Russia's been on the podium. 3 straight bronze medals, then a silver last year, all by Anna Sidorova, who's here as the alternate for this team. But Moiseva beat Sidorova in a best-of-7. The team that played the international competitions, the Olympics, the Worlds. And that best-of-7 was a 4-1 victory for Moiseva.
Yeah, she won that quite comprehensively. But great sub to have in the bench is Anna Sidorova.
We were talking earlier, she did play a game at the lead position, and it was weird seeing her sweeping out there because we're used to seeing her in the house, pardon me, and calling the game. They didn't miss a beat though with her in there.
No, she had a pretty good game at lead.
Japp. Bra, fast inte mer bit.
11-0.
Well, in Russia winning those 4 straight medals, they're the only team in the last 4 years to be on the podium each of the last consecutive 4 seasons. Sweden missing the playoffs last year. They finished 4th last year, losing the bronze medal game after losing the semifinal to Anna Sidorova in Russia.
Så det är försiktigt, ni kan hålla den länge. Alltså.
Someone's going to have to make a roll at some point because getting near the top of the rings.
They're running out of house.
10-halv!
Vänta då!
10-halv!
Vänta!
Wow! 10-halv! Wow!
Nej! Ingenting.
11. Du försöker. 10-6.
Ja, du har lite. Gå.
Det är bra. 10-6.
Bra satt.
Well, there's a little bit there, not a whole pile.
Det är bra.
Nose hit doesn't keep you in the rings anymore.
Rakt det går då.
Det blir så jävligt eldigt i spåret.
Det är bra.
Har du några eller?
10-6.
Ja.
Det är bra.
It's been a lot of hits on the nose. That was Sofia Mavericks' first stone that went out to the wing, and ever since then, we're now on to 3rd players.
Där. Roll njud.
Oh no, and rolls too far.
But we do see a roll, so now we're into the heart of the rings again. The side of the 12-foot, right along the tee line.
Kan du klara här nu eller?
Jag tänker att jag var först i spåret förut.
Ja.
Var med den tycker jag.
Ja, jag håller den bara. 10-0.
Nej, 9.
9. Ja, 9, förlåt. Sorry.
Försiktigt.
Bra fart! 8-8. 8-7.
Är det nu? Ja! 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 Järnet! Järnet! Järnet, Agnes! Gå, 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 gå!
And they make the roll behind cover. It'll just come out the other side. Maybe just the edge of it protected by that guard out in front.
9, bra fart. Bra, bra. Bra Sara. Bra Sara. Härligt.
6. Сейчас сколько было? 3. 6. Легче, легче. Легко. Вначале легче. О. Нет. Валить, Юль. Выглядит отлично. Давай еще немножко. Да-да-да.
Well, it's sort of been third place so far that's set up the twos. It was 2 great ones by McManus in the first. Led to the shot for 2 and a missed run back by McManus in the second. After Porchanova rolled out, left the door open. They're still able to get their 2. They sit 2-2.
Mycket fart! 9-0! Rent! Ja! Rent!
9-0.
Håll igång!
Bara rent,
Mycket
bra.
fart! Håll igång! Japp! Japp!
Bra Sara. Bra. Gå mot finalen nu då.
Ja, ta 9.
Bra. 9-1. Bra. Härligt. 9-2.
Ja, samma kick där.
Ja, jag med.
An end of accurate hitting.
Satte lite försiktigt.
A few different rolls both ways to stay in the rings. But the type of play you expect from these two teams that are in the final 4 this year's World Championship.
Victoria Mosiva, one of her hobbies is photography. Wonder if she's been out.
There's some beautiful areas here to get pictures of the frozen waters of Lake Nipissing.
Bright blue skies, sunshine.
Нет, легко.
The railway right next to the lake.
Юля. Молодец.
Oh,
Well, and that one
just
will roll
rolls out.
just out. So now with 2-1 stones.
Jag tyckte att din första
See,
var lite
the commentator's curse, just saying that it hit so well throughout the end.
Det går väldigt lätt. Jag spelade inte ut
But this is where Anna Hasselberg has to be far enough away from the yellow that it's not an easy raise, but not back tee so that Russia can freeze her.
Här är en av de lättaste.
so maybe biting the button at
Jag tror vi
most.
kan ta mindre. Mindre.
Top of the button.
Top of the 1 foot would be good.
Ja, din förra curlade ju typ dit. Alltså
Det var
den-
ganska försiktigt satt. Ja. Men 25-30 eller?
Ja, mot 30 skulle jag säga.
Ja.
Vi
And
kan sopa
important
långt
to
här
cover
också.
the inside of the stone if it's not burring, as long as the inside's covered so that Russia can't hit and roll behind the guard.
Borde ha plats.
Bra fart. Bra.
Bra linje.
Topp 4.
Försiktigt. Agnes. Plats. Låt dig jobba. Plats.
Topp 10. Topp 10.
Den har inte brutit än. Agnes, den försöker.
Super's keeping well off this.
Andra.
14-6. Den ligger topp 10.
Ja, bara.
It's got to make its late move.
Bra linje. Behöver inte om ni går rätt bra nu. Ja.
Wow, that one moved a long ways over.
They've done with a fraction more, but the inside's
Bra
covered.
fart, tjejer. Jättefint. Bra lirarna.
Jag gillar den där sättningen.
Jag med. Båda pinnen där. Vad hade
Yeah, you can see there how much it came at the end.
Смотри, мне вот так стоим на две, да?
But it does swing nicely at the end. You can play a delicate tap back weight, and it's always going to come around the guard.
And these are real good stones that you need to manage as a team. Well, throw the right weight, give it to your sweepers, and then it's up to the line call. Okay, you're by, make sure you get by, and then you can make contact with it and remove it. It's nice to stick around, but getting rid of that stone is the primary objective.
Absolutely. And it's one of the few sports where you've got 4 players in a team and they're all instrumental in every stone. They all input the thrower, the 2 sweepers, and the person in the head line calling, giving ice. It's a team shot.
Well, first make sure you get by. Man, they'll get by with lots of room and stick around. Well done, well played stone by Moiseva.
Really nice controlled weight. So no sign of a 2 here. Sweden will need to, or want to, hit and run out here and blanket. But it's interesting at this end, when it is an uneven end, that Sweden put it in. They didn't try to put up their corner guard for a 2.
Same scenario, I think in the next we might see different.
Yep.
But first, need to blank. Hit, roll out. And right at you. The blank, third end. We'll keep this one all square, 2-2. We are through 3 ends of play. Well, our first blank of the game, Sweden will retain hammer, and I think what they're trying to do and trying to play the scoreboard, get themselves into a position. Yes, you start with the hammer, you control it, you can help sort of dictate play. See, Julia Guzeva, 85%. I think they really wanted to try and get into having the hammer in the even ends. That first one comes fully into the top of the 12-foot. I think you called this one, Rona. Corner guard. Look at those numbers for Sofia Mabergs.
Bra linje.
She was the top lead, 91%.
Måste gå. Mellan.
Gå, gå, gå.
Yeah. Definitely one of the better leads out there to help set up your ends.
Gå Sara.
Kom in.
Gå Sara. Gå
Very
Sara.
steady.
Hela vägen. Hela vägen tills det stannar. Börja få bra linje nu. Gå, gå, gå. Ända tills det stannar. Gå, gå, gå. Lite till, lite till, lite till. Bra så Pache. Bra.
And this is where they have played each other a couple of times, these teams, and Russia knew that the last end,
Ja, verkligen.
that Sweden would draw to the wing, so they put their first one short. This time she knew she would put the corner on, so she puts the
Threw
first
away.
one in.
She bring
So
the second one in now too.
It's all a battle of tactical
25, 26
awareness.
немножко. 26.
So she'll put this one short.
5, 6, 6. Подождать и потом валить. 6. Когда можно будет. Давай. Вали, 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 вали.
Is it finishing enough? You want to cover the side nearest the corner guard so that Sweden can't hit and roll. Maybe just left enough open to do that though. You can see half the stone there. And down at quiet weight and tap and roll.
Ja! 12,5! Ja!
And if you do play the quiet weight, it's not a bad result if you do just catch the centre guard.
Oh, oh.
You're not going to remove it from play at that weight.
12,5.
Det där är
So
okej.
it'll tick, try and roll it in.
Bra det där.
Härligt.
So two corners.
Two
And
corners and the centre's open. So that's a really good call.
Ja,
and
fint.
Well played.
Bra.
yeah, it's a play that's really come in the last couple of years. Teams using a lot more is rather than just a straight come around, get that center line of guard off.
Гарда, потому что наш низкий. Что? Да, давай с ним.
Because now it makes Russia think, do we hit this open one?
Нолик.
Do we take advantage that we're controlling the top of the house? You know, they've got to think what they're going to do. So they're deciding to hit this one at the back.
Свип. 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 Да, держать. Свип.
89% for Arsenkina on the event. Well, big difference that this one rolls out, and it will. That was an opportunity, I think, for Russia to play to the center. Just play yours and see if you get Sweden chasing after you. Sometimes you get so much thinking, oh, I need to hit this because they could lie too if we miss this. But what if we make ours?
Ja, gillar det.
Yeah. It's always thinking what you're leaving your opposition. Leave your opposition the harder shot. You play the simpler shot.
90% for Nockenhauer.
Ja! 12! Ja! Nej! Bra! Ja! 12! Hårt! Ja! Hårt!
Nockenhauer's a preschool teacher when she's not curling.
I don't think she's done much teaching this
No.
year.
I don't think the children will have seen much of her. That's a great shot
Other than on
there.
the telly, she makes a great hit and roll.
Yeah, that's true. They've maybe seen quite a bit of her on the television.
Если вдруг мы заденем, мы вот так поставим, хорошо? Да, больше половины надо камень. Сейчас 2 было. 4. 4.
Well, by that rollout, chasing after that one, making the hit and roll out, Arsenkina's first. This is now a huge opportunity for Sweden in the end. They got it set up. Even if this shot's made, they have both corners they can use.
Yep, 2 corners. You can use them both. But they need to pass this guard.
And they're all over the front.
Anna Hasselberg just trying to sweep it away from the centre line.
That stone hadn't even hit the last logo before the hog line, and Anna was making her way up. So on it early on.
Jag
tyckte det var ganska bra spår. Jag tänker med 15, 20.
Ja, jag tror det är samma spår.
Just was it seems a very
Ja.
defensive approach from Moiseva in the end, rather than going on the aggressive.
Which is slightly different to how she's played the game all week.
Yeah, especially even earlier today against Czech Republic, they got up early and they didn't play defensive, they played aggressive.
Aggressive. That's right, they like the guards in play and they like guddling around the 4 foot behind the centre guard.
Bra linje, helt er.
even when they're 3 up in the game.
This type end benefits the team without the with the hammer, pardon me.
They need to work this one hard.
Mockenhauer gets that one into the rings. You see the Swedish supporters, family members here that have probably don't have many nails left over the Olympic Winter Games and the World Championship.
Well, it's exhausting for the supporters watching all these games. They're more nervous than anybody.
Well, Jennifer Jones was a spectator at the Olympic Winter Games watching her husband Brent Lang for Team Canada. She said, I need to go play. This is more stressful than actually being out on the ice and playing in the games.
Definitely. When you're out on the ice, at least you can control your own destiny. When you're sitting watching, you've no control. So Sweden have not completely buried that stone, so Russia can head off it and roll over towards the other one. Just caught it too thin. So Sweden can now get a better one round. That one was just a bit high.
88% for Sarah McManus.
Bra fart, lite längre. Vänta linjen lite. Ja, den är nästan 10. Se lång ut. Ja, den är 10.
Well, Sarah, her hobby is CrossFit, but it also says for fun. All these players in great shape.
Coming around nicely. Just got to watch the angle of the open one over. But Russia straight away go to nominate the freeze. And now she's looking at the hit and roll over.
Если честно, я бы вот так делала.
Well, I try and jump this one over.
This is a chance now for Sweden to perhaps build up a 3. If they can get another one right round buried. So Sarah McManus played the first one round. Can she play the second one exactly the same?
Jag tyckte det kändes helt okej. Samma linje så borde
They want to weld this one right on top of it.
I say it's heavier. Dying now. You need to bring it in for second shot though.
Wow, that is nice. That came in and looks like it got just enough of the 8-foot. They let that curl as long as possible.
Ideally, they would have loved it welded on top in case Russia raised their yellow or raised the red. If they were welded, then at least one would always stay. But it's still a very good effort. You see how much that comes at the end. That passed the guard by a good bit. And it's just about buried.
Так вот попасть.
Tappade ju lite snabbare, tyckte jag.
Ja, vi ekar den lite längre.
Där. Ну, чуть-чуть сюда.
Victoria Morseva has engaged Oliver Dupont from Denmark. Wonder if they'll play in mixed doubles together.
Which country?
Oh, don't know.
Of course, Oliver Dupont with the Rasmus Dion team, and they've announced that they're going to be stepping away.
Yes.
So maybe that's a sign he's going to be moving to Russia as they are engaged. See the run back here for Moiseva. And we'll get the top one off.
That was a good effort. It was difficult to remove 2 from the house when you're pushing in an opposition stone as well.
Kan vi tappa deras?
De har ganska enkel den.
Okej.
Alltså nästan man skulle vilja dela på något sätt. Känns dumt. Alltså, nice att ligga 2 ändå. Jo, men det är det. Alltså, men alltså, det är ju
Sweden do line shot. They could hit the yellow one on the nose, but they're scared that Russia will hit that red and roll behind the corner
Är det helt way att få
and
försöka
kill
göra
her
den?
too.
Nej, men det kan bli trångt. För trycker vi ner här så kan de få frysa där.
Nej, men det kommer man inte göra om vi ligger.
Kan vi lägga upp någon sån här dubbel med vikt då?
Ja, nej, det skulle vi ha om man är...
Kanske lättast bara.
Där.
Bara enklast för oss tycker jag att få en 2. Jag kan gilla den så får en 2.
De har inte kört jättemycket inifrån Anna heller om de måste göra den.
Sätter du den så har vi locket.
Vi kanske bara ska chappa den.
Ja, helt okej att chappa lite dit då, eller?
Ja, chappa.
Okej, då stänger vi båda av.
Chappa ser väl bra ut.
Chappa.
Jag gillar det.
Rakt här då.
10 då. Så.
Ha tålamod. Lika rakt här inne som där ute va?
Ja.
So a good team discussion there. Make sure they're all happy. Looking at every angle and where the best place to be is. They know Russia can hit and flop off that other red behind the yellow corner.
Ja, det gör jag. Jag tror att det är bra.
Jag kan våga spela ganska löst, va?
Jag tänkte du säga det mot 10-3 tror jag.
Ja, och så sätta den ganska aktivt men löst.
Ja, det är ganska glatt i spåret. Så.
Ja. Lite mindre.
Ren.
85% Hasselborg. And the top skip for a stone thrower all week long. Trying to set up a second deuce in this game. Will nose it. It's that awkward angle to play a double. It's possible, but it's not a natural angle.
Yeah, it's fairly thin. She thought Russia might go for the other one, flop behind the guard. But if there's a chance of a double, then Russia are going to go for it. They don't want to lose a 2.
Либо двойной, либо там рольчик пытаться. В принципе, одинаково.
Now here to play this, do you play the clockwise rotation to get a little bit of a lower roll to make the double, or do you play the out turn, the counterclockwise rotation?
Yeah, I would think she'll play the in turn.
Well, that is exactly what it is here. The in turn, last stone for Moiseva, and trying to get any curl on it. Doesn't make the double, hits, rolls over, draw full 8-foot for the third 2 in this game.
Sweden played a really good tactical end there. You know, with that stone of Sofia Aberg just catching the centre guard, splitting the shooter in, set up their 2 perfectly. And then Agnes Knockenhär played a fantastic hit and roll behind the corner guard.
Hela 2025.
Ja.
Well, it needs to be fully in the 8-foot.
Draws have not been a problem. You've got good front end to guide this one in. They guided Sarah McManus's draw just into line 2 earlier in the end.
Den är snart. Den är ingen fara för linje. 13-7. Den är lång.
13-6.
Sweeper standing back.
Need this one in the 8-foot. Got to stop in the 8-foot to score 2. It slides back, and there's a crucial big miss in this game. The first goes the way of Russia. Sweden gets 1, but only 1, and the 3-2 after 4.
Poäng är bra.
Det är lugnt. Skit i det. Poäng är bra.
simple little thing here. We're just gonna, we want to bring some romance back to your relationship here. So what we want you to do is that we want you to kiss for 10 seconds. Okay, so we want you to bring them. We want you to go back 60 years ago when you had passion. And all I want you to do is just simply kiss for 10 seconds, okay? You look so excited about that, right? Okay, you pucker up. Pucker. You gotta kiss him. No, you kiss him. Kiss him, okay? 3, 2, 1, go. Start kissing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 3. Okay, stop and run. Well, congratulations. You won a great prize. You won a year's supply of Viagra. Now, we got to bring people in from Alger Furniture and Appliances. It's a $100 gift certificate for you guys. Thank you very much. And good luck on the 60th. Thank you. Give them a hand.
Well, just a single point. We'll make a note of that one because that fourth end could be a big one in this game. Unable to get that second point. We don't see skips throughout the week, missing that very often.
Bra linje. 4. 8-4. Bra linje.
Perfekt linje.
Sluta vara där,
We'll
linje.
play the fifth end, 3-2. Sweden leads. Russia, though, with the hammer. We'll see how they go about looking to generate their offense. They've been the best all week long in scoring multiple ends, multiple point ends.
Här är 10. 20.
Следующим попробуем.
Да.
На 2.
We might have an open end here.
Yeah, I think we might.
I don't mind the call. Now you're looking at the scoreboard. There's times where maybe they didn't look necessarily enough at the scoreboard earlier today. They got up 3-0 against Czech Republic, and then the next end there was 15 out of 16 rocks in play.
I know, I think they forgot to look at the scoreboard.
So I'm sure they had a conversation with their coach between games. They were on the ice early today and then back on it again this afternoon.
Yeah, blanking this end, you know, the bag some time in their time clock as well, and going to the fifth end break, just one down with the hammer. It's not a bad position to be in.
Varför slår de?
I've not really seen the time clocks being an issue this week for any of the teams.
No,
38
hasn't really
minutes
come in.
has been plenty thinking time.
And that thinking time is once the stone hits the tee line of the delivery, so it'll have stopped already. Won't be punishing a team that has to throw more draws than hits, which was a good change. Of course, always working, changing. This is a change to the playoff format. First time we've seen the 6 teams into the playoffs, 2 semifinals with the 2 qualification games earlier today.
Yeah, and you know, the sport has to keep moving forward and make these changes, and it's just everybody talking, and you know, there being feedback when there are changes. What works, what doesn't work, what can we do better? And certainly the thinking time's been a great move, because before you used to see time clocks, one would have loads of time and one would be running really short because they were playing the drawing game, whereas now they're very similar, the clocks, when they're running down.
Some trading hits here. Galina Arsenkina. Well, had hit and sticks to that point. That one rolls out. Anna Hasselborg and her team coming in, they would have finished second, so they played the higher of the 2 seeds coming out of those qualification games. Russia being the 4th seed, playing Sweden here in this one. as the US, the 6th seed, beat the number 3 seed.
Gå lite rakare, Pia. Bra linje.
Bra linje för hit.
Yep, so USA and Canada playing in the other semi, and it's quite a quick turnaround because they played in the last round-robin game last night.
It wasn't long ago that these two teams played as well. They played in session 17. That was 2 days ago.
4 i sjätte och får gadda igen den. Exakt.
Свип, одна. Дольше, воу. Воу. Нет, нет. Вали. Свип, свип. О, нет, все. Да повыше, да, веса?
Is that going to sit?
Видимо, побольше добавлено.
No, it's not.
So
Rolls
that's
out.
2 for Arsenkina. That's going to roll out.
Kan man inte så aktiv heller? Nej, inte så aktiv. Den var 20.
Which is okay to do it when it doesn't really matter. If they're going to blank the end anyway.
Those are ones you have no problem rolling them out on.
It's when you're hitting to lie 2 and you roll out, that's not so good.
Ser lång ut.
Lite lång ut för mig.
Ja, den är bak 4. Bak 8. Är det en risk eller? Nej, men det känns lite som annars typ. Den kommer in lite mer nu. 14-3 ligger bak 4, hänger bak 4.
Russia are quite happy to blank here and then come out after the half-time break and get up their corner guards and try and generate a 2. Whereas Sweden could have other ideas to try and force the 1.
Julia Porchinova, the 3rd here. And 2 younger teams played each other numerous times. Hasselborg's record overall against the Russian teams of late is just a 4-7 record, so a losing record against Russia. But their last 3 games against Russia have all been wins, including a win at the Olympics, a win in round robin, and a win at the European Championships last year. One of those losses was a European Championship game. Moiseva beating this Anna Hasselborg team. I'm sure that she knows that. It's
Yeah,
right there in the mind.
Hasselborg had a shot to win. Unfortunately didn't make it and allowed the win to Russia. And that hurt Anna hard for a while. Really affected her.
Det är verkligen skillnad om man får gå lite med sop
But
eller om man
she's
går...
bounced back stronger and now Olympic champion.
Absolut. Att det går rakt och man får hålla dem med
It's learning from mistakes, and I would say you have to be a good loser to become a winner.
Well, clearly worked there. She's now trying to join the legendary Annette Norberg in being the only team to win an Olympic gold and then world gold.
Also from Sweden.
Yeah, and Sidorova was, they played at the World Championship last year. Anna Sidorova, the skip, she won silver, beat Hasselborg in the semi-final last year. So some big game losses against these Russian teams.
But more Sidorova that
More
Hasselborg's lost to, whereas Moiseva, Hasselborg's got the better record over.
But they're 2-2 right now as far
2
as...
2, okay. So, if you're a betting person,
Flip a coin.
Flip a coin right now.
Försiktigt! Ren.
Obviously, we've seen a lot of Sidorova been to the Worlds this season, as we see Anna Sidorova, the reigning silver medalist, and has 4 straight world medals. Is trying to get a 5th straight as the alternate. Obviously, with the European Championship, these 2 teams are very familiar with one another. These 2 countries playing in the A group, they've been staples now of teams pretty close, if not making the playoffs. They're right on the cusp each and every year.
And also 5th player for Sweden, Jenny Whelan. She was obviously part of the team when they won Olympic gold. She won World Junior silver last week at the World Juniors, and she's here hoping for another medal. So she could have a busy month of medal winning.
Well, as nice as it would be to have a complete set of gold, silver, bronze, I'm sure she doesn't want a bronze here. She'd a win here, guaranteed a medal.
Yeah, they were very unlucky in the juniors. Isabella Rana, they went through the round robin undefeated and then lost the final to Canada.
Well, the round robin doesn't mean anything at this point.
Försiktigt, lite lösare.
Ren, håll ren. Kom med den. Ren, yep. Whoa.
We know that round robin won't matter because you see, you look at the records tonight, it'll be Canada who went 12-0 in round robin. They'll play the US who went 6-6. And those records, those 6 losses or no losses, only means Canada has the hammer in the first end. And that they didn't have to play this morning.
Yeah. And that may be something that's looked at after it's been the first year, you know, because there are 13 teams, it is a much bigger round robin, 12 games. So if you do win 12 in a row back to back, beating everybody, then should there be a bigger advantage? That's up for discussion.
It is, and we'll have more time for that if they play more blank ends, but we have a blank 5th. It remains 3-2, Sweden leading, heading to the 5th end break.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, right now we're over on Sheet C as we get set for the New Holland tractor races. We have 2 couples that are going to be coming on out here. We have a blue tractor, we have a yellow purple tractor. Who's in the blue tractor over here? Okay, first of all, find out what's your name. Ella, and your name is? Jeff. Okay.
Well, we look into the first half of this semifinal. First end, a well-played end, both sides, one little miss by Moiseva, allowed the draw for 2 for Sweden's Anna Hasselborg. But right back in the second, looking to pounce on the mistake made by Sweden. Score 2 with the hammer. Same thing, open draw to the rings. And it is there for the second point for Russia to tie things up. And 4th end, this could be a pivotal moment in the game. Draw for a second point for Anna Hasselborg. Has the in-turn draw. And she overthrows it. She throws this too far. It goes to the back of the 12-foot, and it's only 1 for Sweden as they have a 3-2 lead after 5 ends of play.
Så bara var det laget som går ut och bara har mest energi i den här omgången. Så att inte vi snappar liksom. Jag bara, vad fan är det här? Men de kommer ju säkert att äta hårdare nu på 2. Så det är bara liksom akta för deras energi och prata vad det är där. Ja, verkligen. Det var inte svida för dem att de nådde av den här. Ja, det ligger bra spottningar där igen. Ja, absolut. Ja. Jag svarar min röst. Det är helt okej. Helt okej. Jag kommer ihåg att lägga skjutåren. Det är som att det är så långt när man står i sitt mål. Jag var ändå bäst. Jag tycker att det var bäst. Jag tycker att det var bäst.
В целом хорошо. Разумная игра пока. То есть рисковать в конце будем, да, Вит? Пока держим счет, при случае укусим. Хорошо.
Well, look at the numbers through first 5 ends of this semi-final. Sweden leads 3-2, no stolen points. Overall percentage, Sweden 87 to 81 of Russia. Draw though for Russia, 96 to 89. And the overall hit percentage better for Sweden. We have 2 blanks, 2 deuces, 1 each, and then the single by Sweden, a 3-2 game. Well, right back into it here for the second half of this one. Sofia Mabergs, 88% on the game, 91 on the tournament. Sofia, who's family involved in other world curling events. Of course, her parents, Monica Mats, coaching the Paralympics in 2014. Brother played in multiple World Juniors, World University Games. So around the game throughout most of her life. Julia Guzeva, 98%.
Trying to come round that guard. Sweden ignoring it. They could raise their own onto it, but ignoring it. Trying to come round. They want to force a one here.
They want to go all the way around.
Right onto the forefoot, but top tee. He just slides behind. Allows Russia the chance to freeze now.
So it is Russia with the hammer to start the second half of this game. Show they're comfortable playing around the center line. The tight guard, they could have put the corner out.
But we haven't seen her using that corner guard tactic much this week. But yet you say they're one of the highest percentage rates of multiple points. And yet they don't really use corner guards that often.
It seems kind of strange on that, but capitalizing when they've had opportunities.
But also it's key when they're coming round, although they didn't there, but coming round the forefoot that they're not going back tee. They must be controlling the top of the forefoot when they are coming round the centre, and they're managing to score big.
Speaking of big numbers for Agnes Knockenhauer, 95%.
Perfekt linje. Försöker mycket nu. Kom med den, ja.
She would love just to freeze right in here. Even going top of the 1 foot would be perfect.
That's a nice stone.
Great shot. They know if they'd frozen, Russia would follow. So the key thing for Sweden here, trying to force, they're making Russia open this up now.
Well, in Sweden with the least number of steals of any team in the competition with just 6 steals. And they've scored their points and got up and ran away. Surprising number, seeing Arsenkina lower than her tournament average. Clears the one out. A little bit of a simpler front, no overlap stones, just the one back forefoot.
And they do have a corner guard now. The shooter rolled over and gave them. So Sweden could come through and hit that yellow. They could tap up the red. They would really like to force one here, so if they can hit and lie 3. But then the concern is it's back tee, so Russia could draw around.
Jag gillar nog ta den där, tror jag.
Ja. Vad var det spontana? Spontana var garden, men rundar de på den så är det
jag tror de kommer undan.
I så fall skulle man runda själv. Det är konstigt att göra det bakom den.
Vi kan ju runda där.
Jag tror vi lär klippa den. ni Pippen?
Ja, jag gillar den.
Jag gillar det. Alltså gaddar vi så kommer de runda.
Ja, för ni kommer att ska försöka spela med något lösare.
Does look like a good path through to that yellow,
Svårt att klippa.
Ja.
Spela ny, Agnes.
but they want to get the roll. That's
Vilken träff!
Så mycket vi har, så lite, alltså så mycket överkör vi har.
Okej.
9. Ahora,
Just want to create a pocket in behind.
Ja, gillar det.
playing a very controlled takeout weight here.
Wow. 9. Wow. Wow.
Get through this gap.
Sara, var med den. Japp, japp.
Ah, great shot.
Wanted to touch it a little bit. Probably like maybe a hair more, but that's getting a little picky at that point. We'll lie 1, 2, 3.
Alltså samtidigt så ligger vi ett upp.
Sweden very efficient at forcing, but as you said, Russia is the top team scoring multiple points with the hammer. They're at 51%.
And their worry with Russia being able to freeze this is that they would only lie 1 and Sweden could freeze on top, so that would be a good way to force. So now Russia thinking, should we go for the slash off the top one?
If it's me, I think playing that run back clears up the center line.
Yeah. Do you know what? You could even hit the top one and roll over behind your corner. You've got that second counter in there, and that doubles there if Sweden don't guard it properly.
The call doesn't totally surprise me. The turn does a little bit.
Yeah, it's a harder way to come in through that port.
Well, and I think even if you played the other way and you don't get buried, at least it jams.
It jams with Sweden trying to remove it, yep.
Толкнем! Без супер! И не больше. Без супер! Немного. Легко. Подсаживай к линии! Свип! Свип! Степ! Свип! Держать!
Line looks good. She is going to be right back though.
Now we'll actually tap it back.
So Sweden quite happy if they can come in and rest right on top of that. It'd be very difficult for Russia to score 2.
Ja, kom in då. 14-3. Ja.
No, really well played shot.
Well, they got to be careful with the path now because that one was probably back 12 weight. This one they want to throw T-line in.
So pull big at the end.
En sten, okej.
Vi kan inte!
Det var 4.
Nej! Plats! Bak 4! Vi kan
You got to wait to get off that cornerstone
Den
first.
är mycket fart.
Helt okej linje nu!
Den är som hennes.
Helt okej
It
linje!
looks as though it's maybe going to tap as well. It does. And does lie short. So how can Russia remove that? Pretty likely to leave Sweden lying short. So I think they've got to remove the top one onto it and try and split them off.
Straight on the nose as we look at the numbers for Portjanova. 83% on the game.
Just split this one off the 1 foot. Oh, and misses it. And guards it. That was a really unlucky result.
Ska vi säga en tredjedel av vår? Ja. Jag tänker att vi lär gadda, så vi gaddar den.
Ja, det också. Det är lugnt. Ja.
Ja.
De kan inte använda vår bakgrund.
Är det helgarda vår eller?
Ja. Som nästan bajtar linan då.
That finish is so big off the centre line that that red's could be tapped back by Russia.
89% Sarah McManus. Here's we play end number 6, the Ford World Women's Curling Championship. This is semi-final Saturday. Second semi will be later today.
Den är där, 12, full 12.
Vi kallar helt över. Stanna, jag är ledsen att ville gå.
Just got over Carl.
Nej. Jag skulle ha hållit ut den.
Ja, först. Jag var för hård.
She was good weight, but just over Carl.
Tap back was the main stone they were trying to take away on that.
Только если мы вот так сможем
Yeah,
сделать.
definitely. She could have played the other hand and come half round the yellow onto the 8-foot so that it blocked the raise and blocked the tap back.
Типа контрола.
But that's quite a dangerous shot because if you're
Но, правда,
fraction
если мы
heavy,
вот
you
так
leave the
ударим,
double.
совсем печаль. Но только то, что наш сверху останется. Давай это. Я чуть-чуть побольше встану. Я чуть-чуть поуже
But if Russia
толкнулась.
could make this
А?
yellow
Я чуть
onto
поуже
red,
толкнулась.
I don't think they're throwing big weight at it. I think they're just trying to play a tap and move him around.
8, свип. 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 Да.
Stan Corrective running that red in. The only one they end up killing is their own and leaving the shooter. Catastrophic result on that.
Men om de gör den med din kul.
Man vill inte låta henne kunna bara
Det finns
skjuta
inget
ner
hål
det
här hos
heller.
Verona.
So they graze the shot stone, but
Gör den perfekt. För om ni
pinball
ska
between
komma
those
in,
other
så-
ones.
Jag tänkte om man vill stanna lite högre liksom. Ja precis, stanna lite högre.
Det vill inte gå så. Nej.
both of her shots were so unlucky.
Den blicken. Det går så. Verkligen классно получилось.
Sweden have got a really big chance now to come round here.
Jag tror att det är jättesvårt i dragningen.
8-foot, top 4, and really kill this end.
Vad tror vi då? Alltså det är inte riktigt det här flytiga.
Om man får,
Not
om
just
man
kill
får
again,
jobba
but
lite med
brings
rumpen så kommer det
steal, not just steal one possibility.
Gillar du det här?
Saving grace for Russias, they do have a couple stones that they can.
Alltså den här sidan har
Run in.
legat lite.
Yeah, at least there's 3 yellow stones at the front.
Vi är inne på att man la lira liksom en nolla.
Du behöver ju inte helhjärn, vad Sara?
Jag gillar isen.
Yeah, because I thought they would have gone for the tap up on their own yellow in the 12-foot and even like just a split weight to push it up. But if it didn't go in the nose, it would open it up and split some yellows
Jag
in.
gillar nolla så får vi hålla igång den lite.
However, advantage Sweden right now.
Well, Anna Hasselborg, well below her regular percentage. Question for her coming in: would they be able to sustain the level of play they had during their Olympic run?
Se ut och glida lite,
At what point were they going to hit a wall? Will they get fatigued?
Jättefin linje! Du kan gå, Agnes! Gå! Gå, Agnes! Gå, Agnes! Gå, lite
The
till,
draw was heavy coming down here the last time, but she's played that pretty well. And it is out a wee bit, so that if Russia do get the raise perfectly, Anna can use that stone to angle across. So it's a really good result there. Blocks Russia's draw.
Смотри, Ягаси стояла вот так, у нее было, ну, наверное, вес, да, вот такой. Да. В принципе, нам как раз подходит. Он прошел вот здесь. В принципе, нам подходит. Да.
Sweden had just 6 stolen ends throughout round robin.
And they still won quite a lot of games, so clearly they didn't need to steal to win the games. That they were obviously, when they multiple scored, they got enough points to win.
They were a plus 28. They scored 87 points, 59 against.
Вот смотрите, мы стоим так же, как Гали, и в
Just
принципе
6.
камень должен пройти там же, как где у Гали.
Spåret inför träningen och så fick jag dra det. Så diskuterade det verkligen.
So this yellow looks really nice for tapping up. Line and weight key here.
73% on the game for Moiseva. Has to come up with a clutch shot now.
It's looking good.
They have the steam to get in there. It's going to be 4th shot. Now make it, to play that guard, they got to double tap it.
Не конец 8.
But seeing how it sits down,
Så ner och kollar du.
Jag tänker, vad vill vi försöka gadda den? För hon har ju lite på den, så att det finns ju det där slaget.
Her weight was
den är ändå
really
bara
pretty
för-
good. It just didn't come enough.
Den är bara för 1.
Här.
Ja. Mitt i. Ja.
Kan man gå längre ner?
Varför?
I think
För att...
you don't want to overlook this one. You plug up that hole where that stone just was, and
Jag kan gilla det, Anna, bara
Yeah.
mitt i.
Om jag är här.
Obviously, Anna's looking at what options Russia are going to
Jag tänker att
have.
de hade ganska många knackar för att komma liksom.
Ja, jag tror jag gillar den.
Ja.
But if Sweden can force a one here even,
Min gick själv nu. Om det
that's a
kommer
good
någon
result.
som
Obviously, if they steal, it's even better. But
hämta det här utan något.
Vi väljer att gå in, eller?
we're quite happy to try and force the one here.
sometimes I think some teams see the scenario, see the opportunity, and think we need to come in, we need to get another one in, and open something up and leave an option. Right now, you're lying 3. Yes, there's a draw, you could get in there.
And
But you put a
sometimes the
guard.
best guard is
Yes,
coming
true.
in. But
Knowing
as
the
you say,
difference.
it's at what point in the game do you do that? And this is one where Sweden are sitting really well. They're lying 3.
Take away that hole.
So just take away that hole and leave her the hard shot.
The tap.
And if she gets her one,
Lägg den tight.
well,
Ja, 30 tror jag.
so be it.
This is the last for Hasselborg.
Kan du hålla lite, Agga? Håller Agnes.
Haken nära.
Bra linje. Bra linje.
Ni håller nära. Nära.
Fin linje.
Gärna kalla nästan.
Fia. Bra linje. Bra linje.
Behöver dra den.
Fia.
Hänger kvar.
Fia.
Vi måste dra den, Fia. En in då.
Vänta, Agnes. Vänta.
12 är
Ja,
okej.
vänta.
Linjen.
Wow.
It's looking good for line.
Japp. Det är bra.
That's pretty good there.
Yeah, it comes in, and whether there was an angle in those 2 yellows on the side,
Den lirar den precis som jag ville.
Changes
bara
it.
lägga ut den lite.
Yeah, she's really only got the straight tap back, yeah, yellow onto yellow. And she has got backing and she can spring off
there are
counters.
options.
Yeah.
На 2, наверное, тоже много.
Not easy, but there are some options out of it.
Вот. Иначе мы
But yeah, you don't want to be playing a shot like that against 3.
Ну, борт это если он упрется куда-то. Если не...
Я больше стою.
Because it will be only for 1.
Бортом. Ага. 4. Ja, 4
Mellan.
можно.
Ganska intressant att se hur
Den
den
rör
här
sig,
går.
ja absolut.
Ну, смотрите, тут сторона болящая. Должно подвалить. Чуть-чуть,
Well,
наверное, да?
pressure pack shot. Not just you have to deal with the line, you got to deal with perfect weight too. A double raise. Need a piece of the button. Victoria Moiseva, her final shot in 6.
Легко. Воу. Валить, пожалуйста, валить.
Hanging out at the moment.
Свип, да-да-да, просто выбить, да-да-да.
Now trying to change it, go around that guard and raise that one, at least cut it down. I think overthrew that one. Good alert call to try and cut it down, but it's a steal of 2, and now a 3-point lead for Sweden as they score 2 without the hammer, with 4 ends remaining in this semi-final.
Det faktiskt kunna peta in sin egen arm.
Härligt.
Folks, we are all in section number 7 right now. We have a chance to talk to 3 people. Come on, stand up here, young lady, right down there. Perfect, sir. Stand right up there. Perfect. What's your name, sir? Yeah. Where you from, man? Right here in North Bay. Right here in North Bay. Good for you. What do you do, sir? I'm a retired. You said what I thought you said? Okay, good. That's good. What did you do before retirement? I worked at companies like that. Okay, that's right up my alley. Perfect. Okay. What's your name, miss? I'm Debbie. Where you from? And what do you do? Line teacher. You, sir? Okay, and what do you do, sir? I just moved back from Alberta. Oh, good for you, good for you. Now, we picked you up with 1, 2, and 3. Want to watch the screen up there, folks? Because what we have is that you're going to be representing rock number 1, you're rock number 2, you're rock number 3, and the one marching wins this competition wins a great prize package from Nipissing University, okay? So watch the screen right now. Now let's see which one you're going to be picking. Move it all the way around. There's a rock underneath one of those things. And let's see which one you... Okay, so there you go. That's the situation. You think it's on your cup? Hope so? You're hoping the same? Oh, yeah. And you? Okay, here we go. Lift the cups to find out who has the curling rock, and it is number 3. Number 3. You win a university diploma. Don't like that. Now, I'll tell you what, we got prize packages for each one of you for Nipissing University. There you take that one. There you go. There you go. Let's get along and round of applause. Let's see that guy.
Well, it is the second 2 of the game, but for Sweden it comes via the steal. Only 1 deuce on the board for Russia. A 5-2 lead. They'll try and generate offense. They've been good at doing that throughout the event. They need to turn it on right now as we play the 7th end. Luke Coley, Rona Howie, as we have a live coverage here, the Ford World Women's Curling Championship. And it is semi-final time. Winner will go to the final. Await the winner of Canada, USA later today. The 2 losers of the semifinals will play for the bronze. Medal games will be played tomorrow. It's been a fun atmosphere here in the building so far at the North Bay Memorial Gardens. I'm sure it'll just get livelier and livelier as we move through this game near the final stages and into tonight's Canada-USA game.
It's always great how they get the crowd going, you know, between ends and the breaks. And there's always a really good atmosphere.
Well, we're going to see corner guard play now. We haven't seen a lot of it. That first stone deep in the ring, so advantage Russia. That stone going deep in the house.
Yeah, they kind of want it on the Ford logo just to make sure it's usable. If it's any shorter, or longer anyway, then it's hard to bury round because it pokes out the other side.
Well, that one right on the O and the R of Ford.
Sweden will not want to put anything short now. They'll want to keep play in the rings. Yeah, again, Sofia puts it right where she's supposed to.
So now play on those 2 in the rings. You could put in a second corner out in front, trying to set up your 2. What do we do here? Zeba needs to keep her shooter.
Yeah, they're trying straight away for the hit and roll. But with the 3 guards on, they could put up another corner. Does lift the double, but it doesn't really do much for them. They've still got a corner.
Leaving those stones, you could have played a little tap, actually. Benefits you.
They've got to think a few stones ahead, so that if they had tapped them, as you say, look, then they've got something to freeze later in the end. Right now it's wide open, and that's what Sweden want. Russia just need to get a 2 here. They don't need to do anything too risky. They've got a corner guard, so come round it, generate your 2.
Well, but playing the straight draw rather than hit and roll, but even if you make this, it's short little angles. Sometimes actually hard to miss that angle where that red stone is positioned.
Could just rub off the red even. No, they passed it. Is it going to stay in the rings? Does.
Well, not even wasting any time.
Guard off.
Well, 3-point lead, 4 ends remaining. Sweden, a team like their chances in this scenario. Not saying that Russia is out of it, but Sweden a good front-running team.
Perfekt satt, Agnes. Härligt, Aggan. Bra.
Oh, sorry! I'm so sorry!
Attacking the opposition.
One glove at a time.
Just trying to replace the corner guard.
Повалить, да, надо. О, легче, легче. Нет, не валить. Все. Над ним. Над ним.
Russia can get their 2 back here. There's still 3 ends to go.
Отлично.
Det går hyfsat rakt, men...
Yeah, by peeling the guard, forcing Russia to put it up, you get a little miss, then Sweden go after it, but Russia also thinking, we put the corner up, we get a miss on the guard, we can come around again.
Go! Hårt!
Are they going to leave them another corner?
They will.
They have. Mistake there from Sarah McManus.
Если я там близко, она сразу 2 побьет. Единственное, если она вот так ближе снимает, то да, нам приходится двоить. Но в принципе...
However, Sweden do lie short. That's going to have to be moved at some point.
Well, first to third, I think the outturn come around the call. Very stoic Victoria Moiseva.
Подождать нельзя! Пока прямовато! Не надо, нельзя уже! Совсем не сначала!
They want to get this buried round the guard.
Юля, давай!
Sarah McManus left there.
Well, it's starting to make its break now.
Doesn't bury. Didn't have enough running to finish it.
They just couldn't afford to go too early with it because of where the line was.
Ja, precis. Ja, men bara lite liksom. Jag vet inte vilka som var.
Hur tror du att det går här? Jag tyckte deras rörelse är ganska liten ändå. Om vi är lite längre ut så hyfsat rakt ändå. Okej.
Om något så finns väl Karlen där ute, men inte vid Lina kanske.
10 då.
Ja, det är det.
Sarah McManus will want to make up for last stone. And hit this and roll over. Where's it going to roll to?
Well, now you got to make the double at some point, but you make the double, you're going to leave a double back for Hasselborg.
Jag känner mig så jäkla hård. Jag bara, 9-0 på den här. Alltså, det var ett spjut.
Я просто смотрю, что может быть вот так большой сделать. Давай, стоим. 8. Можем 0. Давай 0. Давай.
Oh.
Jams it. And leaves second and third. So Skip Stones.
Bra andra handen, men det känns lite konstigt.
Långt mellan. Alltså jag gillar, är det sjukt att vilja spela på överkörlen?
Nej, vi kan bara våga ta lite.
Draw the tee line to the other side and lie too.
Jag fick lösa det.
Ja, 10,5.
But you fail that.
Yeah, exactly. You leave it a little high, then you bring a 3 into
Ja,
play.
exakt. 10,5.
It's just the first to skip stones.
Yeah.
Det är bättre, även om
Was her last, she might be thinking about that.
Ja, absolut. Bara lita på att det går
You
rakt.
can hit this one and roll over and still lie too.
10,5. Det känns ju lite...
10,5.
Ja, 10 menar jag. Det känns lite toppigare än vad du gjorde förut.
Okej.
Men det är ju fortfarande på bra.
Gillar du isen, Sara?
Ja. Rent.
Rent. Wow! 10-3.
Rent.
Wow!
Rent. Ja.
10-3. Nej!
Rent. Rent.
Running off.
Vänta.
Doesn't want to jam it onto her own.
Ta bakom Sara, dubbel!
Oh, almost clips the back one too, and rolls over perfectly even in the house.
Yeah,
Almost played that a little too cute.
the key was to get the shooter away over so that you don't leave the double. Just misses the red and then misses the back yellow.
Ja, jag såg det.
But the key was where the shooter went. Great shot.
Det såg ut som att han skulle dra.
We're getting singing
Som jag
from
alltid
the
tycker.
players now.
Nej, men
Must be
han
happy.
valde att dra.
Well, they were in
Jag
Korea
blev
for a
bara
bit, doing some of the karaoke over there. Both these teams played at the Olympic Winter Games. Obviously, much better results for the Swedish team, finishing on top of the podium. Moiseva and her team finished 9th of 10 teams. It was their first world event, international event, outside of in the women's game, outside of the Europeans. Nose hit. I think you can hit roll away lie too.
Yeah, she wants to roll away a wee bit so it's not an easy double for Moiseva.
Spelar vi mot 9-8 eller?
Ja, exakt. Mot 10.
Var med på den här sidan lite ändå.
9,5 mot 10.
Ja,
Gillar ni isen?
ja. Det är så man kan vara med.
National team coach Pale Lindholm.
Jag lär inte kunna slida lika löst som jag gjorde där, men jag tror inte att det är jättelångt ifrån.
Got his team in another playoff round. One of
Alltså
his
det känns rimligt.
sides of, he'll have the same Olympic team going to the men's World Championship in Las Vegas. Nicholas Sedin. 2 medals from the Olympics. I'd love to pick up medals at the World Championships. 1 win away from
2 at the Europeans this season as well. Nicholas Edin won and Hasselberg got silver.
so the opposite results from the Olympics.
Yes.
Here one a little roll away.
Great shot.
Yeah, no double on those.
Fantastic stone placement there from Sweden.
And they will get a force. They were good with the force throughout the week.
Var det 9-3? 9-6, ja. Bra lirarna.
She couldn't have placed it any better.
No, it's behind cover, but there's no double even if it wasn't in the open. And I believe the draw. It will be the draw for a single point. Something underfoot as she released it.
Something scratching the ice there. I think it was on her slider.
Well, facing 2, she didn't like that release. This one has to slide and stop in the 8-foot. Wow, nervous moments, but it stops in time. She's still doing work down at the other end. She didn't really watch much of that stone. I don't know, something on there that got under her slider and scratched. But it is a single point. 5-3 now. As we're through 7.
couple of years. Okay, what's your name, sir? Steve. You're from Steve? You do, sir? First State Security. Okay. Now, you both said you do curling. So we have one of the best broadcasters we have working with TSN. Guy by the name of Russ Howard. Okay? Right? So what I want you to do is I want you to do a very hard for Russ Howard. Okay? This is brought to you by Mr. Gas. We have some great coupons for you. We're going to start with you, my friend. You're representing all the guys down the audience. You know who Russ Howard is, right? Don't look so excited about that. Okay, so here we go. All right, so Russ Howard impersonation. You know the hurry hard? I want you to give me the next, okay? On 3, 2, 1, go. Hurry hard, 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 hard. Russ on helium, okay? Now, young lady, you know Russ. Russ is big, he's gregarious, he's got a big voice, he likes to drag it out on water and make it really, really big, okay? So you got to do Russ Howard. Here we go. Russ Howard on 3, 2, 1, go. Hurry hard! Are you married? Lucky guy. But I tell you what, round of applause, folks. Let's hear it for contestant number 1. Contestant number 2. Congratulations. Here we go. We got a good card from the great people in for Mr. Gas. One for you, too.
Well, 3 ends remaining. Russia can't get their deuce back. See how hard they play here in this 8th. Just 3 remaining. Can't necessarily sit back to try and force and then score 2. Try and get the center line guard in position. And looks like with this, they'll try and get 2 center line guards.
Hur mycket fart vill du spela med för Jan?
Jag tänker med den här 12-4 som vi sa då.
Typ 8-12-4.
Ja.
Jag gillar det.
Comparison of the leads. 95% for Guzeva. 88 for Mavericks.
Bra pass!
Bara ren!
Fin fart! 12-4!
Var med den! 06! Var med den!
Ja! Hej! Hej!
Ja! Hårt!
Japp, japp, japp! Gå Sara, gå Sara. Gå ända ut.
Great tech there.
Härligt Fia. 13-2. Perfekt.
Leeds maybe only get a couple of those during a competition, but they just have to practice those as hard as any other shot. It makes such a big difference for the skip. If the lead can get that front open.
Oh, now it's not just making it, but getting your shooter all the way to the side. You're wanting to get that one as far over as possible.
24. Воу-воу. Тихо. Хотела чуть-чуть перевалить, а вы его побольше слутовали, и он так же
So
пришел.
again, put that long guard out in front.
Vill du spela samma eller?
Ja, jag tycker det.
Another attempt at this tick. Made the first one. Looking to make this their second straight shot.
13-5. Vänta. Lösa det. Bara ren. Den upp. Var med den. Ja.
Mycket lättare. Ja!
Hårt!
Ganska tjock!
She got it.
Takes it over, rolls the shooter off to the side. 4 foot wide open.
Pretty consistent play there. End up in the same place.
There's a reason she's right up there. Actually is at the top percentage-wise.
Russia just need to keep persevering with the guards. Hope for an error out of Sweden.
Пожалуйста, как раз.
Спасибо, девочки.
Хорошо, супер.
Спасибо. Det går rakt in. Ja. Ja, det.
Look at the second numbers, and Arsenkina had been the best second all week long, but her hits at just 56%, 71 overall to 96 of Nockenhauer.
Japp. Rent. Perfekt satt, Agnes. Bra, Dan.
Peels that one clean.
Ja. Härligt, Aga. Ja. Grymt liv.
Härligt. Девочки, он добавлен. Аккуратно. Нет, нет, нет. Зайти пока. Линия отличная. Внимательно вес, мне кажется, сам. Лучше поменяться.
Завалить. Только если завалить.
Не надо, не надо, не надо.
Well, they want to draw around to get one into the rings here.
Молодец. Да.
Eighth end to Forrest, they go down 3 with 2 ends remaining. They'll still have to steal at some point, but are they thinking it might not be the best steal possibility right now?
Bajta det vita för att vara skott.
Okej,
Ja.
ja. Ska vi vänta pokalen ganska sent in, va?
Ja.
14,5. Det var ganska osopad. Jag tänkte snarare mer, men 14,5 är bra på då.
Ja.
20 eller?
Ja, 15-20.
Ja, halv in pappa.
Bara er. Ja, känns 4-10. Bra linje. Jättefin linje. Emot. Okej, bra linje. Sara kan vara närmast. Emot. Nej, går där. Den känns lite ut. Ha plats.
Perfekt linje.
Perfekt linje nu.
Want to corner this one.
Okej, Fia närmast gärna. Japp. Kom igen. Gå. Gå.
Gå!
Well, that one over curled and came down on him. It's not shot stone, so it's still shot for Russia. Is their strategy play into let's try and play the force now?
Yeah, definitely. Sweden could even have afforded to bump that a wee bit back.
Добавила, мне кажется, это шестой, нет? 5, 6, это тоже хорошо. 5. Ага. Да, может чуть поближе, пока больше похоже. Вот сюда, вот сюда.
Russia would dearly love to steal.
Отлично. Молодец.
Well, that's why they put the center line guard out in front.
Yep.
Vill man skjuta ner mot det där?
Jag var också inne på det. Vill vi det?
Vill man skjuta ner mot det där?
Jag funderade också på det. Allt hajsa är det bra.
Look at the third numbers as well. Advantage to Sweden.
Även om man skulle skjuta ner så kommer det
88 to 71%.
Vad är det för träff jag ska ha?
Och så snarare över hellre liksom. Tunnhalv.
Typ nästan exakt tunn mot halv. Förlåt? Halv. Ja.
Marginal bara över.
Spela, ja precis.
Knappade lite annat. Ja.
Ja! Nej, 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 nej. Nej, nej, nej.
Det är bra så.
Nej, nej, nej. Bra. Sorry.
Det är bra.
Bra spel.
Well, they're looking to maybe try and clip that one on the side, but they won't be able to get that one.
Я думаю, все равно сюда так же.
Пятый!
5-6.
Добавила.
Туда же.
Добавила. 5.
Хорошо. Да, как-то хуже едет. Играет. Да.
And Russia just have to keep persevering with the centre guard. Hope Sweden make an error in their peeling.
Ну, на моем уже не стоит вести, потому что она точно под него брала.
Well, again, if you can try and run it over there and get shot stone on the side, even if you clip your red onto the yellow, leave 2 yellows in, 1 yellow in there, get shot out of it. Sarah McManus, her last of this 8th end. Look awfully close here. And right on it. Hit that one absolutely perfect. No problem leaving that Yellowstone on the side because they're shot.
And it's pretty well guarded. I think Russia will be able to see any of that red. Yep, I'll take that. Thanks very much.
That makes everything a little bit easier for Hasselborg. Numbers, the only position advantage for Russia is at the lead spot. Hasselborg 84 to 71. And she missed that draw back in the 4th end for a second point. This could be a 6-3 game instead of the 5-3 score that it is.
Yeah, she can't really see any of that red. It is completely buried. However, the guard is quite long. So Russia could come round and just tap it back. It does curl a lot once you pass the guard. Needs to pass the guard.
Oh, just get by the front. Now got to tap it back, keep the line, tap it back to get shot. They don't move it far enough. They're not quite shot. Great sweep to get it by, but it didn't get it far enough.
How unlucky. They worked that one really hard. You see here what it passes the guard by. Not a lot. She just did a pound more running on that. It was a great shot. So now if you're Hasselborg, you've got last stone. You want to score at this end. You are line shot. Draw the other side, T-line.
We'll force Russia to make a decision how they try and go about it. There's nothing really even to hide behind that would take away. You could try and freeze one depending where this goes. Hit and roll over. Most likely going to be a shot for 2. Well, they've kept the forefoot open for Hasselborg. Going to draw to the other side. They don't want to leave any angle to play the double. But they also got to get in there to lie 1-2. They lie 1-2, but now there's a chance you could play the long hit and roll. It's a bit of an out. It's still a tough shot, but there's an out.
It is a tough shot, but you could make that shot and lie 3. However, Sweden do have the whole 8 foot then to draw to. But make or make it.
У тебя тогда, ну у тебя 8 были, но они подваливали.
Они, да, они были не жесткие,
Я бы, может, чуть побольше даже встала.
Even if Russia don't punch the red right out, even if they just move it a couple of inches, they would still lie 2.
У Юльки тогда тут подваливала, и тем более это аут, не хочется вставать уже.
Russian coach Sergei Belinov watching on Russia trying to win their 5th straight medal at a world championship. Either way, they'll be playing for one tomorrow. They play for gold or bronze.
Oh, she doesn't like it.
Trying to jump this one over right away. She didn't have the look that she wanted it.
Does
is
lie
shots,
shot.
and you need to roll in order to get your one, or second point, pardon me. That extra weight they're trying to throw to jump it all the way across the rings. She put it out.
And there's just no recovery.
9,5. Nu var 9,6.
9,5. Behöver vicka lite.
Ja. Spela samma fart som neråt.
Ja, precis, det var den nu.
Ja, exakt. Gillar du isen, Sara?
Ja, jag tror att det kommer gå riktigt rakt.
Ja, vi litar på att det går rakt eller bara.
Det är mycket att vicka på
Tjejerna kan vara
där.
med bara.
Ja.
Och så har vi den också. Den här kraftiga rullen i bonan.
Well, make this, you have a chance. Take a 4-point lead. The final two ends of the semifinal. Won their last 2 games against this team.
Bra på. 9.
Vänta lite.
9,4.
Med.
Ja.
Ja. Håll igång.
Close because they got to get a little bit of roll. And no problem there for the Olympic champ. 2 more. The third 2 of the game for Sweden. And a 7-3 lead after 8. Long way back, but Russia will try and claw back. Well, Sweden a 7-3 lead. Steal a 2 in the 6th. Big difference in this game so far. Luke Coley, Rona Howie here with you as we have semifinal number 1, the Ford World Women's Curling Championship 2018.
Okej. Bra linje.
Ligger 4.
Den rör sig ändå okej.
Tycker den rör sig som den ska. Ligger bra. Ligger där.
Kolla upp.
So Sweden played a very clinical 8th end.
Lägg den bra, Hagan.
Started with 2 great ticks from Sofia Marbergs and just carried on throughout the end.
Fia.
Sätt den bra på den här outen, för jag har inte sett den.
Russia are going to have to get some cover and play here. Couple of corners up and just hope for an error.
Well, the thing for Russia that they have going from them, they've had a chance to set up 2 a few times in the game, and they've been successful throughout the week. I know it's going to be tough against a Sweden team that's going to start throwing the clearing shots as soon as we get into second stones. It's important you get these into a position, you don't leave a double peel. Try and get your 2 back, get a mistake, maybe 3.
Just throw through. Don't want stones be their enemy.
Sometimes you see that second stone come in and create a stagger on the one in the rings and act as another guard, or you go deep and act as a back guard for freezes or a catcher later in the end.
Yeah, so last end she had to play 2 precise ticks and she gets the reward. Just throw it through at this end.
But she doesn't get the credit in the stats as a perfect shot for throwing it through. It's okay. It's another 90% game so far for Mabergs.
Pretty standard then.
Well, it's a little lower than what she normally is used to. She's been 91 throughout the week. Here, throwing the 2 corners to the one side. Take away a chance at the double peel.
Yeah, and the first one was quite a long guard, so not overly useful for them. So quite happy just to clear one out here.
Make sure you get 1, and they'll get the top one.
Ja, men verkligen. Så gjorde Sarans också. Jag vet inte om det är lite spår där.
Nej, bra skippat Anna.
35 в отрете? Да. Да.
Well, Sweden trying to medal for the first time since 2013. They back-to-back silvers after Net Norberg won in 2011 the World Championship.
Дотереть обязательно. Дотереть обязательно. Да. Давай.
And their last, Sweden's last medal would be Anna's coach, was it? Maria Pritz?
Maria Pritz.
Margareta Sigfridsson.
Yeah.
Oh, there she is.
It was back-to-back silver medals, and
they're both coaching now. Margareta Sigfridsson's coaching Isabel Rana at the World Juniors.
Another young up-and-coming team out of Sweden. Peel the high guard off. Russia will make that decision when they want to come into the rings.
Men det var en ganska rak sättning på Agnes ändå.
Bra.
Такой же вес добавляла. Обязательно тащить. Пока шире идем. Есть, девчонки, 4-й есть. Оу. Выше тогда, оу. Оу. Умничка, хорошо. Сам. Что, тебе нравится тэпать свой? О, ее либо тэп, либо фриз.
Vi kan spela utifrån.
Ja, kan vi göra.
Well, it's been successful so far in getting rid of the guards. Replaced out in front. Again, just the single peel. We're just playing it cautious, making sure, let's get the top one.
Она может снять 2.
Пусть пробует, а что? Она все что угодно может, если что, снять.
Я вообще не слышу, что ты говоришь.
Пусть пробует.
Окей. Ну, просто сюда вести мне не очень нравится.
Мне не
Она
нравится.
только что все это время била.
Надо, наверное, фриз привезти.
Фриз мне тоже не нравится, если мы привозим прямой. Потом она снимает гард, и мы завозим сюда, снимаем вот этот
Завозим
камень.
за боковой, например.
Можем взять тайм-аут, подумать.
Давай.
Time out.
Well, I think they're indecisive about whether to play a freeze, play the tap, or the straight come around,
Я имела в виду, что мы фриз.
or another guard. I think at this point you try and come in.
Ну, да, фриз. Она будет пытаться снять...
Yeah, even if they come right round the guard, you know, back of the house, so they could.
Если даже она
But
просто
you know,
снимает, мы,
Sweden are
например,
just going to
подвозим
rip
вот
the
сюда.
guard.
И она так пробивает.
But then you could
То
freeze
есть
the
не сложно.
one in the forfeit.
See the coach coming down, and he's been very matter of fact when he's come out for his timeouts. He's come out, made his point, and got out of there.
Ага. Нет, но если она просто фриз будет снимать, это хорошо, у нас остается гард. Но мне кажется, что она будет снимать гард.
Девчонки, сначала фриц нельзя, потому что она снимет сюда, и там разыграть два сложно
Да.
будет.
Просто
Или
вести.
сюда, или за него. Ну, мне за боковой больше нравится. Смотри, за боковой она
единственное, что
снимает.
Она
Тогда-
очень хорошо сейчас бьет вот эти
Ну, а
центральные.
что делать?
Ну да.
Тут
да.
деваться некуда. Везите, ну,
Тэпать вам не нравится,
Нет.
да, вот так разводить? Ага.
за боковой она снимает и везем фриз туда. Ну и
Хорошо.
надеемся на что-то.
Ага.
Да?
Хорошо. Давай.
Well, there you have it. There's, I think you come around. There's talk of the come around the center line one. That's all by body language and movement of the brooms. That's not me speaking Russian at all.
I was very impressed there, Luke. I thought that was you understanding Russian.
У тебя прокатился.
Да, один тогда.
But each team has a different dynamic with their coach of how you put it, and comes out, says his piece. Some are, what do you like? What are you thinking? It's, nope, let's play this.
And to be fair, that's what some players want. That's why they've called the coach down, help us out. What is the right call here? And some like the discussions. Works differently for different teams.
Well, it's, you just get one of them a game. I think he has to be happy. A little smile there gets him behind.
They did what I told them to do. He's happy.
And they executed the shot. Sometimes see teams after a timeout that won't be able to make their shot. Sarah McManus, though, try and remove it, play the run back. Well, angry at the stone, it doesn't do what it wants. Wanted to curl a little more, so they kick that yellow one out.
And it does leave the center, the corner guard still there. Just looking at timeouts, a lot of people say, oh, you know, the success rate after a timeout is never very good. But this week it's been 78% of success after timeouts. So Japan at 93, Sweden at 90. So pretty high success rate after they've had timeouts. Mind you, they've only had 4 and 5 respectively.
Well, you look at Russia, though, with 87% on 10 timeouts.
So that's pretty good going. So can they get a second one buried round here? Sweden made an error and left the guard.
They go deep, they try and use in behind. That was the thing, you play the run back, but you gotta, if you're gonna miss, you want to peel it off. There they make contact, but it leaves it still in the rings.
Is the double there?
I think it is.
Just about.
She could play the slash double and just roll her shooter out.
Det enda är om jag inte sätter den och hon rundar på en till. Du ser ju nästan, alltså du ser halva av den. Rundar han på en till så borde du se den sen också.
Då gör hon den.
Samtidigt om jag sätter dubben nu så är det bra.
4 up.
Alltså sätta är
Vi
ju...
tar time.
Alltså,
Oh,
Skulle
they'll
de
take a
runda igen?
timeout too.
Så kommer du att se den där. För du ser ju den alltid.
Well, they've only had
Skulle de
5 the
julgröna
whole
så
week,
kommer du ha
so
någon sån.
en dag en
may as
sån.
well
Ja.
make Maria Pritz work
Get
for
her,
her money.
get her step count in.
Så får de en runda, men du har ju lite av den där då.
Ja, jag tycker
tar
ändå
vi
det är
den?
värt
Halva drygt.
Lite
tror
mer
jag.
nästan, va?
Halva drygt.
Har vi tillräckligt för dubben här?
Ja, det har vi. Alltså du har nästan både raka och sneda.
Man har precis.
Du har nästan
Exakt, man har
tillräckligt
både raka och
raka.
sneda.
Jag tänker att, det var
Du kan
raka
kolla
och
därifrån
den är
om du vill
väldigt
ha med.
sned. Ja, absolut. Den är väldigt
Alltså,
sned.
precis, jag behöver bara...
Ska jag gå ner och kolla?
Det är frågan om det var
det är
liksom...
lugnt. Ja.
Om man sätter mer press på henne och gör den.
Jag har inte spelat någon lösa inifrån. Du behöver inte spela så löst. Jag kan. Sara lirade i 9 fall där.
Maria Pritz makes the long walk to the away end.
Kan jämna lite flisa bara.
Ja, för att skulle man julgranen så kan jag bara klippa den.
Ja, precis.
Kör bara.
Tja. Tja.
Jag tänker, vi har dubben finns. Och kippen finns.
Ja.
Det går att spela någonting mjukare också.
Ja, det är frågan om
Det
man inte
bästa
bara
i
vill
så
göra
fall är ju
då.
att vara kvar i boet.
Exakt, då vill vi ligga 2.
Ja.
Jag är inte jättesäker på att sätta sopen bara på den mjuka.
Ja, min första var dubben.
Ja.
Jag kände bara så om jag inte sätter den
Ja,
och
då
hon rundar här.
rundar hon.
Samtidigt skulle hon runda här.
Ja.
Vi kan frysa
Då kan vi
också.
frysa.
Alltså så här, det finns ju saker att göra.
Ja.
Tänker du raka eller snea?
Raka tänker jag va?
Ja. Jag med. Tänk om du är nära på snea, sätter den lite tjockt så kan vi ju... Ja,
Få ut den i ljuset
Ja,
menar du?
fast den kan också vika bakåt.
Ja.
Så den är...
Jag tror vi gillar ni raka?
Ja, fan.
Jag gillar den.
Jag gillar dubben.
Jag gillar också den, Anna.
Ja, men vi går på den och sen har vi lite av den här på insidan.
Ja, jag gillar den.
Det är ett nice
Då går vi
ställe
på
här.
den.
Det är ett riktigt nice
Ska
bar.
vi klippa av den?
Gillar du den?
Ja, den blir bra.
Då gör vi den.
Det är bra.
Vill du spela den, Anna?
Det går ju rakt
Alltså,
upp här. Ja.
Kanske ingen bomb.
Jag har ju
Men-
spelat mina ganska så här.
Ja, men jag gillar det
En i
sista.
taget är bra också.
Spelar den
Så
som-
känns
Well,
det
it's
som
which way do you play? Do you want to go across the face? Do you want to go straight back? I think they can see enough to go
Ska jag
straight
retirera
back and
kroppsfrys då fast vi liksom ska behöva dra?
Ja.
Ja, men det där ser bra ut.
Ja, den är så nice.
so broom down.
Vart leder du?
First to Skip Stone's 9th end,
7-2.
a 7-3 Sweden lead.
Tror du uns mindre?
Ja.
Well, the usual routine we've become accustomed to with
Ja.
Anna Hasselborg.
Nära. Oh! Wow!
Nära!
Nej!
Nej, nej, nej!
Ta övre. Ja!
Well, try and go the other way. They'll spill it out. Tough one with that speed. There's not a lot you can do with it.
Det är bra spel. Den liksom låg hela, man bara, jag kan inte göra någonting.
Det är bra, vi har den här på.
Chaos
Det är bra, den är
What did you
öppen.
tell them to do?
Fan, jag hatar sådana ställen.
Maria probably said, let's make sure we don't hit in between of the two doubles.
And leave one behind the guard. Oh, both
Trying to
leaning.
lean with it.
That's funny.
Synchronized leaning on the bench there between Pia Lindholm and Maria Pritz. Now here's the question: if you're Russia, you're down 4. Do you try and hit and roll behind the corner? You don't make it, you might leave the double. You roll away, you give yourself a chance at 2.
I know, because your initial reaction, like, whip another one round the guard. But then what if Sweden decide to guard the one in the centre? You don't get the chance to move it.
Do you take that chance at this point of the game?
You're 4 down. There's only one more end to go after this.
Try and give yourself a chance at 3 if they miss the guard.
I like to come around the corner.
I kind of agree there. They're going at Shotstone right now. Make the hit and roll perfect and move point. Hit, roll behind the corner. Just a hair too far. Tough to say if there's enough. Good effort there from Moiseva.
Was, but can Anna Hasselberg see enough of it?
Needed to hold.
Overswept that a wee bit.
Yeah, and look, comes out quite a bit. I think they can definitely at least get 1.
She knew it was close, but
Egentligen är det samma
so
träff från
close,
gadden.
but yet so far. Yeah, Anna can see all of
Du
that.
kan hålla ut den vid sopen också. Ja. Den har Anna. Spelar du samma fart eller?
Yes.
Well, Sweden gave up three enders this week.
Nej, jag gillar det.
Gillar du isen, Sara?
Russia scored 3 or more 6 times. High-scoring Russian team has only got 3 points to show for this game so far.
Oh! Låt den jobba!
They're not touching this.
Låt den jobba! Nej, nej,
Well,
nej.
for Sweden, you want to make sure you get rid of 1.
Det är bra, Anna.
Sorry.
And they'll do that, so it means a chance at 2.
Sorry, det var så rakt alltså.
Gives Russia really a fighting chance into this 10th end. Down 3 without
Det är bra, Liv.
Så rakt.
near impossible. Just got to try and give themselves a chance. And Moiseeva and her team played a good ninth end here.
Yeah, played a really good end.
She was millimeters off of a perfect hit and roll on her last.
Yep, had she made that, then Anna Hasselberg had a big call to make. Come in and freeze it, guard your shot on the forefoot, try the raise.
Well, it's now left a draw for the second point. Cut the lead in half.
Пошел валить.
Arsentina,
Quite happy.
Guzieva guiding this one into the rings for the second point. So 7-5. We are through 9 ends. It's semi-final action at the Ford World Women's Curling Championship.
Då så, du vet ju vad vi ska göra.
Sweden leading Russia. Sweden has the hammer, trying to get to this team's first World Championship final. Sweden hasn't won a world title since 2011. Hasselborg trying to become just the second team to win the Olympics and the World Championship in the same curling season. Annette Norberg did that in 2006. Well, and Russia's going to, some may put 2 corners trying to steal 2. Here they're going to try and put the 2 centerline guards. 2 ends ago it was 2 perfect ticks made by Sofia Mabergs. Gonna try now.
She could have hit that a wee bit harder, or a wee bit more of the stone to push it further, but does open up the centre, which is the main objective.
And it does go further right to that Ford logo. Look at those numbers for Guzieva. Honestly, throwing many more draws than her hits. Trying to get the long guard out in front. No, they'll need to get some mistakes if they want to try and Steal 2 to force an extra end.
Ja. 75-80 då kanske?
Sweden hasn't given up many steals throughout the week.
Don't you make 4 out of 4?
12-6! Nej. 12-0!
Var med den!
Nej! Mycket fart!
Var med den!
Ganska tunn! Egen! Sara, härligt! Kom igen, kör!
Didn't look like it for a bit there, but it ends up
They stayed well off it, didn't they?
Härligt Fia!
12-1!
2
11-9.
off to the side.
Härligt Fia, Grimsten.
Well, now we'll try and place this where appeal's tough, and you might get one, kick one back to the center. Gotta try and be creative, try and get a center line guard. A few more stones, and then you'll have to try and bring some in. You'd love to try and lie 2 at least. Well, 2 you need to force Hasselborg to throw her last.
No, they want to leave this one quite high and they hope it maybe jams.
Gillar ni att spela den åt det hållet eller det?
Tjockt eller alltså man kan ju lira den åt den röda också, det gör ju inget.
Spela den så då, mot den.
Ja,
Ja.
vilken träff då?
Tunn halv. Halv.
Nice att få med sig den liksom.
Verkligen. Jaha, Raggi.
Tror det går rakt här då.
Ja. Ren.
96% on 14 hits. The clearing shot coming now.
Härligt,
Oh,
härligt.
And they'll go through the hole.
Härligt!
Gosh, you couldn't have done that if you tried to go through that
Russia
hole.
was probably thinking, oh, this looks like we might get our break. And it goes right through.
Bra lir, Raggi.
Any thinner, it comes off that top one, probably spins to a center. Arsenkina will try and put this one back into a similar spot.
Пока поуже идет. В смысле, поближе? Да-да-да, поближе, поближе, поближе. Поближе, поближе, да-да-да-да-да-да-да-да. Чуть. Спасибо, девочки. Хорошо.
I'm going to try and go through that hole again, try and go across the face of that lower of the yellow stones, the one just above the Ford logo. 7-5 is the score. Winner to the gold medal game. The loser will play for bronze tomorrow.
Ren. Ja. Wow.
Just 2 losses for Sweden all week long. And there's the peel off that one.
Great shot there.
Yeah, it becomes a more precise peel, not your regular, just you can get it anywhere, roll it out.
Anna 6-8.
Härlig sten.
Yeah, Sophia Marberg saying, come on, I ticked them there for you. They're ready just to lift.
Все равно 2 снимается. Давай завезем. Окей. Это просто совсем далекий.
Да, если под него подвести прям, ну типа 2 гарда.
Сюда? Гар?
2 гарда, да, вот так.
Маловато уже камней, конечно.
So Russia have got 4 stones left. They need 2 to be counting. So they could put up another guard here and just try to force an error.
Добавленный. Пока попрямее. 6-5. Давайте 6, девчонки. Линия отличная. 6. Вот сюда, вроде есть.
I want to draw behind.
Можно, в принципе...
Something that they might be able to use. You can see a bit of that, maybe get a little mistake.
It's one of these ones where for Sweden it's either or. Make sure you get one of them away. But they could just skiff the top one and then Russia would have something to play with.
looking like it's going to need a few mistakes, obviously, by Sweden. Got by the first one, make the peel, the tight one. It is the more dangerous of the two.
Yeah, well swept.
Härligt Sara. Bra spel.
Härligt Sten.
Den var lite tajt och lite hårt, men kompensera bra ändå.
Пока выглядит больше. Лайн! Хоть лайн!
Окей, давай, Юля.
Глубоко.
Если что, Юля.
Подсаживается.
Галя.
Подсаживается. Лайн до сих пор.
Нет, Юля. Да, давай. Давай. Можно? Юля, можно? Воу, не надо. Нет, он выйдет с другой стороны. Молодец.
Well, they want to try and lie too, so they get one in. Probably peel the guard.
Jag tänker
Bara se till att jag blir kvar.
Ja.
Ja, där. Jag får väl sådär, inte snimmar det.
Yeah, they peel the guard off now.
Ta lite mindre, Anna. Ja, inte mer. Lite mindre.
Russia have only got 2 stones left.
Does Russia guard it, or do they draw into the other side?
To draw the other side, there's an open hit here, but then she could draw around with her second one and lie 2. Force Hasselborg to draw.
Got to make the peel first.
Go.
Don't want to leave anything in front.
Go.
Härligt Sara.
Härligt Sara.
Fina stenar Sara. Tänk Sara.
Bra Zova, tjejer.
Härligt. Ja.
Jag ville bara inte råka. Давай.
Ну вообще туда не должно больше валить.
Не должно? Нет.
Ну я думаю, что так. Мне нравится конец дома.
Bara se till att vi slår vilka den skotta.
Конец бы хорошо, конечно.
Well, we'll find out very shortly what Russia's plan is to try steal 2 in this 10th.
Потому что дальше не возили.
Да, ну если встанет до, не
Because if they come round the guard now, is Anna going to go for the raise on the guard? Or is she going to hit the open one?
She's going to hit the open one more than likely.
Correct. Which means then Russia can draw around the guard again and lie the 2. But Anna should have the whole
Конец
to
дома,
draw
линия
to.
супер.
Skip
Сделайте
stream.
конец дома.
With a
Внимательно, свет.
trip to the gold medal on the game on the line.
Воу.
Нельзя вес.
Is this going to bury?
Можно? Давай, линия,
Going
да.
right back.
Ниже. Давай.
Молодец.
Хорош. Ja. Var vicka in på vitt typ eller?
Vad sa du?
Var vicka in på vitt.
Can't see much of it.
Jag tänker mig en 9 sådär.
Ja, det gillar jag. Gillar du det?
Ja, så kan
Just
den
checking how much is available of that one.
Jag tror 9,5 Sara.
Ja.
Kommer gå rakt där.
Gillar ni det där?
Ja, jag gillar det. Måste de ju gå på den.
Anna, jag kan lira 9,5 mot 9,2.
Vad sa du?
9,5 mot 9,2.
Ja. Det tror jag också. Det tror jag är bra.
Gillar ni det?
Ja, det är bra. Den du kallade över var ju lite längre in va?
Ja, jag satte den lite försiktigt ändå.
Jag gillar det. Jag tror det är bra, så vågar du sätta dit den.
Ja.
Här har vi tjejer.
Vicka till vitt då.
Ja.
Great numbers as we've seen from
Ja.
Hasselborg. Try and jump this one over across the rings if you can.
Sweeping this hard.
Okej.
Well, hits and rolls across the rings, but out.
Vi kollar lite mer där.
Bra.
Draw around again, go top, and then force the 8-foot draw or better for Hasselborg.
Казалось, что прям сейчас завалит, но я думаю, если меч поставить, придется по линии держать.
And Hasselborg hasn't been playing as many draws as of late. They've been playing the hit game.
Det är nice.
Ja, typ 14-3 på 10 kanske. Jag tror inte det är där inne.
Yep, hopefully our front end have been keeping on top of the speed of the ice as the game's gone on. Be timing their opposition stones as well. The ice has been fairly consistent all week. The time speed really hasn't changed at all. Just one day when they had favored the stones and they gripped a wee bit more, so it was slightly slower. But after that, it went back to its normal speed.
They're trying to get this one over so that it's not an open hit. I think this one is going to be open, so won't have to worry about the draw.
She got a really good line with her first one in there. Just didn't find it with the second.
Well, Anna Hasselborg, gold medalist, trying to do the Olympic and world double in the same calendar year. Has to get to the final first. This is one step. Won a World Juniors in 2010.
Yeah, beating Canada in the final then.
2 silver medals at the European Championships, 1 a loss to this Moiseeva team. Chance for maybe a bit of redemption, but more so trip to the final on the line. Make one go away.
Yep.
It'll be a steal of 1 there in 10, but semantics as it is. A victory for Sweden. Doesn't matter by how many, they will pick up the victory. A hard-fought win, but that steal of 2, Russia could not come back from. Sweden is off to the gold medal game, while Russia will play for bronze to try and win their 5th straight medal at the Worlds. Sweden awaits the winner of Canada-USA this evening. As the teams salute the crowd, Sweden is into a final here. They'll have a shot to duplicate what Annette Norberg did in 2006. One qualification game, Russia beating Czech Republic. So one semifinal done with Sweden knocking off Russia. They will await the winner of Canada-USA, while Russia will play the loser of tonight's semifinal for bronze here at the Ford World Women's Curling Championship.
Well, Anna, many congratulations. Your first World Final. How does that feel?
Amazing. We're playing a lot of games to put ourselves in this position, and I think this was the best game for the week, so I'm so happy with the team performance, and we're so happy.
And what gave you the upper edge today over Russia, do you feel?
I think it was very important that we came into the game with the hammer and we took the early two. Even though we gave up, I think we just managed the scoreboard and we played a little bit better, but yeah.
And it's been a hard slog, as you say, with the number of games after Pyeongchang and then here, but you've made it. How proud are you of your team?
I'm super proud. Before the season we said we wanted to medal at the Worlds. Now we have won a silver, and tomorrow I hopefully want to win a gold.
Well, best of luck and congratulations today. Thank you.
Well, Sweden is off to the final. We'll have that for you tomorrow. But first, the semifinal tonight. For Rona Howie, myself, Luke Coley, and the entire crew, thanks for watching the Ford World Women's Curling Championship.